everyone, welcome back to Good Luck Finding Fritos. And today, I'm going to be baking my famous cookies. Well, they're not exactly famous. We got the recipe off Pinterest, but all my friends and family and neighbors loves them. So I have the recipe right here, and let's get started. So let's go check out our ingredients. So I am allergic to soy, wheat, and dairy. I am anaphylactic to soy and dairy, and I have a sensitivity to wheat and gluten. So we modified this to be allergy friendly for me, but you guys can change this exactly how you need to do. So you need 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour or flour, 6 to 8 ounces of chocolate chips, 1/3 cup real butter, 1/3 cup butter flavored shortening. So we actually don't have any dairy-free buttered flavored shortening, so we just had to do 2/3 cup of our safe butter. 3/4 cup brown sugar, 1/4 cup white sugar, 2 teaspoons of real vanilla extract, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, baking powder, and salt, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I actually melted this so it would be easier because it makes really bad chunks in the dough, so I just melted it completely. And about the butter too, I left it out room temperature for about 15 to 30 minutes. And last ingredient is 1 egg yolk and 1 egg. You will need 2 separate bowls for your dry and wet ingredients, and I also recommend another small bowl to whisk together your egg yolk and your egg and your vanilla extract. Okay, so first we're going to start with whisking our ingredients. So I have my whisk here, and you start with your 1.5 cup of flour, and then you will need your 1/2 teaspoon of salt, your 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and your 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Then you're going to whisk it all together. Now that we have finished the dry ingredients, we're going to set it aside. Next, we're going to do our wet ingredients. Alright, so next we're going to do all of our wet ingredients. So we have our 2/3 cup butter. Okay, we have our 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Then we have our 1/4 cup white sugar. And lastly, we have our 3/4 cup brown sugar. Next, we're going to whisk all this together. Alright, so now that we have finished, it's kind of like this gloopy little like doughish kind of thing, but without the flour. So what we're going to do is set this aside now. Alright, so next what we're going to take is we're going to take our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and our 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, and we're going to whisk it all together. I would start by just doing the eggs first, or egg and egg yolk I should say. And then I'm just going to slowly pour in the vanilla. Alright, so then once all that is whisked, let's set it aside. Alright, so now that we've got our dry ingredients, our wet ingredients, and our egg yolk and vanilla, we are going to start with, I'm going to pour about half of this in. Okay, a little more than half, but that's okay. And I'm going to pour like 1/3 of this in. Oops, wrong way. I poured it in the wrong way. You need to pour your dry ingredients and your egg yolk and vanilla. And you need to pour just like half of it into your wet ingredients, because wet ingredients don't really go into any other bowls because they stick to the edges and stuff. And then you're just going to whisk that together a little bit. And then once that is all just about combined, it doesn't have to be perfectly combined, but just enough where there's not like flour chunks very many and whatnot, just so it's all combined. And it shouldn't take that long. Like I'm done, just like that. And then you're gonna pour the rest of your egg yolk and vanilla in and set that bowl to the side. And then you're gonna take the rest of your flour and dump it in. And then you're gonna whisk that together too until it all comes into one. All right, when you're done whisking it together, it should look a little something like this. All right, and so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 6 to 8 ounces of chocolate chips, however much you want. This is optional, you don't have to add chocolate chips, I guess, but you're just gonna pour it in. And then whisk that together. So when you're done whisking all of the ingredients together, it should look a little something like this. So the next really important step for me, and you guys, I guess if you want to, you have to take a spoon. We have these little mini spoons, so I'm going to use that. And I'm actually going to get two because Betty is doing an amazing work filming all of this. So I'm going to treat her to a little tiny lick. And you guys can try this too. I just took a little. It's not going to affect really anything. And Betty, come here.
Please hit the big red button down below that says subscribe and turn on and hit the little bell for the post notification so you don't miss any of our new videos. And hit the like button because that really helps our channel because we're trying to get good content for you guys.
All right, rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. Amazing. All right.